What is going on, everybody? It is Tristan, and today in this video what I got going on for you guys is I want to discuss the upcoming Patta, or I believe it's, hold up, let me, one sec. Yeah, the Nike Air Max 90 and Para. I almost thought it was, or no, Patta, excuse me. I keep getting it confused with the brand Para, because keep in mind there's two different brands, Patta and Para. But let's just get into it. So basically this is a collaboration. I actually have the first ones that Patta did. I believe it I don't know if it was the first ones, but like it's like the blue Waves pair. I really like that Air Max 1. I also have always been trying to get that orange one. I'm definitely going to look for a lightly used pair of those soon. But basically what we're getting into today, aside from a messy intro, so we're going to be discussing these Air Max 1s and if they're worth the flip, which the answer is yes. Also, y'all probably notice I am a bit... I got sneakers stacked up outside the door, so make sure y'all don't miss tomorrow's Whatnot show. As you guys can see, we got tons and tons of kicks. When I say a lot of shoes are coming for tomorrow's shows, I mean there are shoes back there as well, Supreme accessories, etc. So don't miss those upcoming shows. Again, make sure you bookmark them so when I go live, it notifies you and you won't miss out on all those deals that we do every single day there. So almost every single day. We stream like every other day on Whatnot. So yeah, it's a grind over there. Make sure y'all don't miss it. I appreciate all y'all that have tuned in so far. And we do giveaways every stream, so check it out. And of course, the other stuff down below, the pinned comment, my Instagrams, things like that. If you just want to see some of the content, things like that I post, sorry, I'm adjusting my camera. But yeah, any of that is in the pinned comment. I don't want to blow you guys up with it. Why don't we just get into discussing these Air Max 1s? My kitty's being noisy this morning, but she's a good girl, you know what I mean? Actually, I needed to get up early today, and well, she helped with that, so... It's all good. Alright, so as you guys can see, we do have the screen recording up, and basically, first details we're going to get into, so keep in mind there's two different pairs that we have dropping. I think there may have been a third. Actually, no, I don't think I saw a third one. Well, actually, no, I did. I think there's a black and white pair. I don't think that one has loaded on sneakers yet. Maybe it is not getting a sneakers release, but the two ones that we know at the moment are getting a sneakers drop June 24th, 10 a.m., the Sapphire and Particle Gray pair. Sapphire and Particle Gray, and then also the Cyber and Particle Gray pair. So both have some gray in them, but basically each one are slightly unique. One is kind of like that cyber colorway or kind of neon look, as you see, and then the other one is the Sapphire one. My personal favorite, though, I'm not gonna lie, I mean, check out these jackets too, by the way. Fire jackets. I just want to say it might be worth going for these a little bit. I could see these doing some numbers in the EU. You already know my EU boys, they love tracksuits, so something like this could do some numbers depending on how many they make. But this is pretty cool, just a nice personal item as well. But aside from that, this is probably the pair that I want the most, definitely for the collection at least. As you guys can see, $155 retail, and these are actually doing some numbers at the moment on apps. I've seen some sales between $390 to $480 on both pairs. I mean, that's pretty up there. That lets me know that people are willing to pay up for this pair. I mean, the last ones had a strong market a little bit before the release as well, so this isn't anything too new. It seems like people like Patta when they come out and do these Air Max collaborations. They always are pretty good. It seems like they nailed this one. They look good, and the colorway fits together really nicely. As you guys can see, the soles very, very clean, and just the overall look of the shoe. I mean, check it out. Very, very simple, clean pair of Air Maxes, easy to wear. You can see Patta's logo is right there on the tongue tags. Also, this unique insole, similar to, again, those last Air Maxes that they did. They have Patta's name on the insoles, and you can see it's kind of like that, almost like a, I mean, they're saying it's a sapphire colorway, so that sapphire is going right there on the insoles, also there by the heel as well. Just a clean, simple pair, man. I mean, again, it's one that if you saw them on feet, you'd be like, hold up, that's a little bit of a unique pair of Air Maxes right there. But again, at first, you'd probably just look at them and be like, oh, it's just, you know, a pair of Air Maxes. You wouldn't think it's anything too crazy. But that's kind of the nice thing about it. It's like, if you know, you know. But if it, you know, you're just wearing it out day to day, it'd just be kind of like a chill pair of Air Maxes, something nice for the collection right there. But I'm sure these come with a unique box as well. Do they have a picture of it? They do not. I will try and find one online. If I do, here's a picture. If I don't, my bad. We'll make a YouTube short on it and we'll include it in a couple days. But that's something I could say about this Air Max 1. Very, very clean colorway. Same with the last one. If you're a little bit more of a fan of a neon green or kind of like brighter colorways, this would probably be more style right here. As you guys can see, that green that they're going with, and it actually blends pretty well with the gray, and I actually do like the insoles as well. So this is a colorway that I would cop as well. Definitely going to be going for both of them because, I mean, both are doing some numbers, so I recommend that you guys do not sleep. But people like these Air Max 90 collaborations, or not just Air Max 90s, but Air Max and Patta. Whenever they collaborate, people come out for them. They do pretty well, and I think this will be no exception. So make sure you guys are paying attention to this. As you guys can see, $155 retail, June 24th at 10 a.m., and you guys can see it is not a draw. I like to see that for my manual users out there. That is actually good for us. You may be asking, Tristan, why is that good for us? Well, the reason is because it gives bots less time to enter. You know what I mean? The less time they have to enter more accounts, the better. You know what I mean? That's usually how it goes, at least. You know what I'm saying? Also, with these style releases. They just are very quick, you know what I mean? So usually it's better for the people that are just on it, you know, there when it happens, you know what I mean? Because usually only have like 2 to 3 minutes to enter with a style of release like this, right? When it's not a draw. So, you know what I mean? Just some people get left out. That's just the simple truth. So it is just easier for people to hit this style of releases, because if you're there, you're ready to go, you're probably going to have a decent odds, decent odds of getting them. But I'm not going to say like you have a 100% chance, because you'll probably be low stock. You know what I mean? I just want to keep it real. Make sure you're entering the online raffles. Any other locations we see them release. If Patta has a website, I would definitely stay tuned on there, because they definitely could do some sort of, you know, some sort of Shopify release or something like that. You know what I mean? That's always possible. So just keep that in mind. That's one thing to remember with this particular pair. I'm definitely going to be entering the raffles overseas for these, because I definitely expect them to do well. They will come down in price a significant amount though. But yeah, there are the two pairs we have. June 24th, 10 a.m. Eastern time, 2 days before my birthday. So I don't know. I'm either going to ask for these or the Born and Raised. I don't know. I got to decide. These probably, because I really like this pair. But I don't know. I'll decide. I'll figure it out. Or we'll just skip getting shoes this year and get some we actually need. I don't know. But yeah, let's continue. So as you guys can see, taking a look at the resale prices, we're going to look at the Sapphire pair first, excuse me, because I feel like this is probably the more hyped one. Let me know if I'm wrong in the comments though. Let me know. What do you guys think? We can do a poll on them. How about that? In the community section in a couple days. Stay tuned on the channel. We'll do that. But you guys can see the current resale prices are between a range of about $480 to $500. Mostly controlled by one seller. As you guys can see, there are a couple sellers. You know what I mean? Probably not all one seller, but when the market is this close together, it usually lets me know it's just a few bulk sellers that are controlling the market, or a retailer, something like that. But you guys can see the current sales we have. One sale, size 13 at $355. So that is a pretty high, you know, sale right there. But I don't think that's where the market is going to land for these. You know what I mean? Because you can see all the asks are crazy high. Nobody's buying them at those prices. We do have bids around $250, $300, and I think that is more realistically where we'll see the market form for these, around $250, $300. It'll start there, and then they'll probably drop down closer to $200. The reason I say that is because even though these are a sick pair of Air Maxes, both of them, we just have to keep it real, right? Air Maxes aren't like, you know, some sort of like insanely hyped pair, right? They are hyped. Like, people do like Air Maxes, you know what I mean? But most of them, like the average Air Max isn't like doing some crazy numbers, you know what I mean? Kind of like, for example, you know, like Jordan 4s, like the average Jordan 4 at least does decent, you know what I mean? With Air Maxes, the average pair is like, you know, just like a outlet pair of Air Maxes, you know what I mean? There's nothing wrong with that. I love Air Maxes. I have a couple of them in my collection. I'm trying to think of, well, yeah, the Patta ones, and then I have the like big bubbles as well. So you know what I mean? I like Air Maxes, you know what I mean? They're very comfy, but we just have to keep it realistic here, excuse me. I don't know what it's going to, let me just drink some water. I don't know what that was, but yeah, basically I think the market has a lot more to come down for this particular sneaker. The reason I say that is because it's just not realistic that they resell for $480, $500, unless they do like no pairs of them, like under 5K or something like that on like each colorway. Even at that case, I don't know if they would go for that much. It just, you know what I'm saying? I just feel like the market has a lot more to come down. There's a lot of pairs on the way, a lot of online raffles. Sneaker Strap is coming soon, within a week or so, or a couple weeks, excuse me. So yeah, just be ready for that. You know what I mean? Don't go out the way and get them right now unless you really want them right now. Like, you can pay those prices if you want, but I just would advise against that. I would wait until the market just comes down a little bit more in a couple weeks. So that's my thoughts on the Patta Air Max 1s. Don't miss it. Very nice sneaker, and you can see both of them are loaded on SNKRS app. Also, these right here, the Kobe's. Hey, don't go wrong with these right here. Come on now, very clean. And yeah, the tracksuits. I mean, I actually really like this one here. I might actually go for this. I don't know. I might go for two, because I don't know. I feel like something like this could do some numbers down the line. Maybe like a really big size, like XXL or XL. I don't feel like they're making many of those, but you know, I'm not gonna it is a high retail, $150 for a track jacket. That's not even the whole suit. The track jacket's $150. You know what I mean? Hey, it is nice though. It is nice though. And if they don't make any of them, it'll do well. So that's what I gotta say right there. We're gonna end the screen recording, and that is my thoughts on the upcoming Patta Air Max 90 Nike collaboration. Make sure y'all don't miss out, man. That Sapphire pair, and I'm just gonna call it like the Volt pair, or the green pair, the Cyber pair, whatever you want to call it. Those are nice, man. These are clean. That's what I gotta say. I honestly like them both. My favorite though is that Sapphire pair. So if I definitely had to choose, I'd go with those. But that's everything we got to say today. Just make sure y'all don't miss this release coming up, because it will be worth it to go for. I will bet on that. So if you guys want more content like this, feel free to subscribe and like down below. Don't forget, let's just try to 300 likes on this video, and definitely, you know, show some love to your boy today, because we're up here early. And yeah, we're gonna head to USPS in a bit. I gotta make sure I get some breakfast. I'm gonna hang out with my cat a bit, and then yeah, we gotta get everything loaded in my car and get there before it closes. You know what I mean? Because they like closing early today on Saturday. I wish, you know, they'd give me like another hour or two, but you know, that just isn't how it is sometimes. So we just got to get up and get to it. So I appreciate you guys. Don't miss the Whatnot Lives tomorrow. Or, well, not just tomorrow. We are doing one tomorrow, but yeah, just don't miss it. Bookmark them, so when I go live, it notifies you, you know what I mean? Check that out down below in the pinned comment. I promise it'll be worth your time. We're about at 10K there, so thank you guys again. The support has been crazy, and we're going to keep on grinding, so I appreciate you guys as always. Hopefully I will see you all in the next video, and yeah, I don't think there's too much more I really got to say today. Let's just keep it simple, keep it chill, and I appreciate y'all for supporting what we do over here every single day. I'll see y'all tomorrow on the next one, and if you have any questions, leave them in the comments. I will get to it. I can't speak today. I don't know what's going on. Probably need to take a nap later, so you know what? I will try to do that if I have time. I don't know. Honestly, I just want to get stuff scheduled and focused today, so I don't know if we'll do that. We'll see, though. I'm going to catch you guys tomorrow, though. Peace.